cheese hoagie. Hello and welcome viewers. Today's video is specifically on how to create and obtain the recipe for the meat and cheese hoagie. Now this video was brought to you guys because there was a lot of questions as to how to get the meat and cheese hoagies and where to get the recipe from. So this video is going to help you out in figuring that out from start to finish. So the first thing you want to do is go to the central capital, which is the key place that you go to when you first start off the game. And once you are able to open up that menu, you're going to want to be going to the left hand side where the crafting district is located. You will be wanting to look for a shopkeeper by the name of Alero the Cook. He is the vendor who has the recipe that you need in order to make the meat and cheese hoagie. Once you speak to him, he's going to put up the contract or the menu where you can see the meat and cheese hoagie that requires 4 key ingredients, which is the chunk meat, the spinach, the yellow wheat, and of course the cheese. All of which are items that are very easy to get, especially the cheese, which you get from the central capital, which is made by the, or not made, but it's supplied to you by the right hand side of a shop owner. This shop owner is by the name of Chiera, the material vendor. She will give you or sell you the cheese that is necessary in order to make the meat and cheese hoagie. So as you see, the cheese is there. It only costs 28 to actually purchase it. So once you have that, you want to move on to the next part, which is going to the Cordia Plains. From there, you can acquire the yellow meat. The yellow wheat, the meat from the 3 many-horned beasts, and that's basically the only 2 ingredients you can get from that particular area. Once you go there, you're going to make your way to the many-horned beasts travel point. They are located way up top on the right-hand side. It's going to take a while to get there if you're coming in from the first travel point from the game. You can also travel to the campfire area in Cordia Plains on the right-hand side. But of course, if you don't have that one yet, then you basically have to start from the very beginning and just wander yourself all the way up to the top, bypassing all of these. Well, actually not really much minions or creatures or anything, but you have to make a very long journey just to get to there. It takes about like 3 minutes, maybe, I'd say, to get there. Once you make it to this point, you're able to, of course, get this area and defeat as many horned beasts that you want to make for the meat and cheese hoagie. If you go back and take a look at the recipe, it doesn't really require that many chunks of meat. I think it's like, what, 2 or 3 pieces of meat that you'll be needing. So you're just going to be constantly killing off these many-horned beasts as much as you can. You're going to be farming and farming and farming just to get that meat, because sometimes they won't even drop meat. They'll end up dropping you things like their pelts or their beast fangs. The pelts are great for creating armors later on at the tailor shop. The, what's it called? The beast fangs, those things are great for upgrading your weapons. So if you need to farm off these many-horned beasts, they supply you with everything that you basically are going to need at the very beginning of the game. They'll end up, making it possible for you to upgrade your sword or your weapon to like, I think 2 or 3, if you're able to like keep farming these things constantly. The next step is going up the hill, the same place where you fought the many-horned beasts. You just go straight on up, and you will find the yellow wheat. The yellow wheat is supplied everywhere around these mushrooms. They're just standing there, along with the mossy fiend. So just be careful not to touch them or fight them, because they are pretty strong. Especially if you are like early game and you're still level 10 or 15 or even 20, these guys will beat you up. So the next thing you need to get is the Locust. You need to go to the Locust Rocks to gather up the Spinach. The Spinach is a little hard to come by, even though it says it's a common resource. But you can just take a look at the menu items. On the right hand side, you can see it's got Spinach as a common resource. So we want to go from our main place straight up to where the Subsistal Mountains are, and then turn right to make it to Locust Rocks. Of course, you have to unlock these things along the way. Once you make it there, you want to put the ping or whatever on the right hand side, so that way you know where to go, because Spinach is located in this particular area of the map. So top right, close to the campfire, straight up on top of there. You are going to make your way all the way over there once again. Again, if you have not unlocked the travel point, and you're gonna have to walk from the very first spot all the way up. Just like I said, do keep in mind that all of my areas are unlocked, and you might have to continue your story in order to make it to this part of the map. So Spinach is early game, only found around this area. There might be other areas to find the map, but it's going to be uncommon to find them. This is the only common area that you can find the Spinach. So as you see, there is some right here, Spinach. Sometimes you get one, sometimes you get 2 or 3, even 4 times whenever you pluck them. So just come back over here to get them all the time. Now, if you want these items to respawn very quickly, all you have to do is just teleport to a loading screen. So basically, if you want it, just go back to the capital and then come back to the Lycoris rocks. When you come back, most of the Spinach will be refreshed and they're going to be there again. Although there are some items where you can't do that too. That would be like wild roses. Now you want to be able to return back to the central capital and obtain the recipe from Alero, the cook. However, I already have it, so there's no point in me showing you how to get that. But for this, we'll be showing you how to obtain any recipe in the same way that you would be getting the meat and cheese hoagie. So for example, I'm going to talk to this chick over here who I have not acquired the recipe from. So I'm going to show you what it looks like when you actually get the meat and cheese hoagie. So this is not the meat and cheese, this is a swirling veggie soup. As you can see on the right hand side, all of this is blank, right? I'm showing you right now in the circle. It's all blank because I haven't even made it ever. So there are a couple of things that I need to acquire. I have most of the materials already. So once I have everything, I just have to go back over and just make them, craft them. That's all I gotta do. So the point of this is that you need to craft a zillion times until all of these little tabs are highlighted. Because now you see I have one little bar that's filled. I need to get all of these bars filled in order to get the recipe from this chick. So I keep buying, and once again, take a look. I now have 2 bars filled. So my trust with her is increasing to the point where she'll be like, here, take the recipe. But you'll get to a certain point at times where like the bars will not get filled up, because now I'm at 2, as you can see, right? It didn't move at all. That basically means that I need to keep building that trust by making more of the soup. So I got another one, 3 stars now, right? There are 3 bars filled up. I still need 1 more bar. Of course, I ran out. So let me quickly go and come back, which I did, and got the materials I needed. The same way that I got the meat and the Spinach and all the rest. So, once again, make it again. Let's see how many bars fills up. Well, it hasn't been filled up yet, but let's make another one. And let's see if it's filled up yet. And still not yet. Build it again. And still nothing. Well, actually now the whole bars are filled. So after this, I should be able to make it one more time, and she will give me the recipe. And let's see, voila, she gave me the recipe. So when you make the mac and cheese or the meat and cheese at the central capital, you will get the same note popping up saying, hey, congratulations, you acquired the meat and cheese hoagie. Easy peasy. And I get a check mark, which means I don't have to make it with her anymore, and I could just go to anywhere where I can cook for free, and I will be able to cook it. But just keep in mind that you do have to have a cooking level to make some of these things. As an example, take a look at the swirling veggie soup. I have to have level 10 cooking, which luckily I have level 18. So if I did not have level 18 or anything above the level 10, I would not be able to make it. Meat and cheese hoagie is level 18 just to make it. Luckily, again, like I said, I am level 18, so if I really wanted to, I could just make it on my own. The only place where you can make things on your own would be at campfires and at cooking stations. Actually, before I go and finish off this video, there's one more thing I gotta talk about, and that is the glitches for the quests. Now, some of you have been saying that you do not see the meat and cheese hoagie, or you never receive the quest to actually do the meat and cheese hoagie, but this is one of the quests that you're supposed to be getting very early on in the game. If you do not get this quest, understand that you'll have to either wait until the next patches come out to actually fix this issue so you can get this quest, or you might have to redo the whole thing just to get the quest. Now, hopefully they won't have you redo the whole thing, but it's up to you whether you want to wait for this one to come out or not. But there are other meals out there that you guys can make. You don't have to make the meat and cheese hoagie to get those specific stats. There are other ones that you can get recipes for that are very similar to the meat and cheese hoagie. But the meat and cheese hoagie is just one that's, something that I tend to use a lot. And it's the easiest one for me to make, especially early in the game. So again, my apologies if you guys are unable to find this quest. So if you don't see it at all at the beginning of the game, then you probably have a bug that needs to be fixed. Like again, they have their patches coming out. There's one that already passed by in Japan for version 1.04. If you haven't downloaded 1.03, then I highly recommend that you get that patch first, because maybe they might have fixed it, maybe not, I don't know. But if not, you can wait until the future updates come around. And the next one for the US is going to be on August 12th. So if you want to wait until then to try to get that quest, then wait until then. But there's really nothing more I can really tell you. If you can't find the vendor, I've given you a roadmap to where to find him. If he doesn't give you the quest or you do not see the meat and cheese hoagie there, I'm sorry, but it sounds like you got the bug or you got the glitch where you're just not going to be able to get it at this time. So just be patient or just redo the thing. It's entirely up to you. That's basically all I can tell you at this point. There's really nobody you can question or ask about it, because this is a Japanese game and you just have to pretty much wait and see what happens. But thank you all for watching. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up as quickly as you can so you can try to get this video up, as high as we can. If there's any more of the videos that you guys want to see, by all means comment in the section below so I can try to make a different video. Thank you guys for watching, and bye-zee!